Did you know that you're smart enough to invest and get wealthy through the stock market? I guarantee it, but I totally get it. Investing into the stock market can look and feel so difficult. There is so much information out there about how you should invest, what stocks to buy and not to buy, how much you should invest, what types of investments you should buy, what brokerage firms to invest with, and the list goes on and on. It's super overwhelming and I totally get it. It can also be super stressful watching the stock market go up and down and stressing about when to buy or sell your stocks. The good news is I have done all the research for you, and in this video, I want to make investing super simple for you. I want to help you save a lot of time so you don't have to spend all this time researching companies of stocks that you want to buy. In this video, I'll be giving you 3 ETFs that can make you extremely rich so you don't have to spend all this time constantly researching and looking at these individual stocks. The ETFs that I talk about in this video have a great track record of performing very well and will give you the ability to invest and just set it and forget it, which takes away all the stress of investing. Here's some things that I want you to keep in mind when investing into ETFs. First, I want you to define your goals. What are your long-term goals with investing? Second, you want to know what your investment plan is. I want you to write it down and stick to it. What strategy will you use to invest? Third, you want to know exactly what you're investing in. You definitely want to be very well educated on the investments that you're buying. Fourth, you want to make sure you diversify your investments, so not putting all your money into a few individual stocks. Fifth, you want to stay consistent. The easiest way to do this is by dollar cost averaging or consistently putting a set amount of money into the market over a long period of time on a monthly, weekly, or even daily basis. Lastly, you do not want to panic. The stock market will go up and down in the short term, but in the long term, the market will make you very, very wealthy. Now, what are ETFs? ETFs, otherwise known as exchange traded funds, are funds that are traded on the stock market just like individual stocks. An ETF is just a basket of stocks put together, and this ETF tracks a certain market index, which is essentially just a group of stocks as well. The biggest benefit of ETFs is that you get instant diversification, which means that you're investing into a whole group of stocks all at once, instead of having to pick and choose which stocks to buy. ETFs are great for beginners and experts alike, and they're super easy to buy through brokerage firms such as Vanguard, Fidelity, and Charles Schwab. Now that you know what ETFs are, let's go over some ETFs that you should have in your portfolio. Let me first present to you the 3 categories where you should be choosing your ETFs. The first category is total stock market ETFs, the second category is growth ETFs, and the third category is dividend yield ETFs. Now you want to remember to choose just one ETF from each category, because if you choose more than one ETF, you'll likely run into an issue of overlap, which means your ETFs have the same holdings. So here are the ETFs that I recommend for each category. First, let's go over some great total stock market ETFs. These ETFs are considered foundational ETFs, which means that every investor should have these ETFs as foundations in their portfolios. First off, we have ticker symbol VTI, or Vanguard's total stock market ETF. The first thing I look at when looking at ETFs is their expense ratio, which is basically a fee that you pay for owning the ETF. VTI currently has a 0.03% expense ratio, which means that you would pay just $3 for every $10,000 invested. The next thing I look at is 5 to 10 year returns, since we are investing for the long term. So if you look at performance here, if we go down, we can see that the VTI's performance has done pretty well at 19% in 1 year, 9% in 3 years, 13% in 5 years, and 11% in 10 years. Next, I look at the specific sectors that the ETF is exposed to. So scroll down. You can see that VTI has a lot in consumer discretionary at around 15%. Then we have financials at 10%, healthcare at 12%, industrials at 13%, and technology at 31%. Now, what stocks does the ETF hold? If you scroll down here, you can see that VTI holds pretty much every company in the stock market, but the percentages are really high in Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Nvidia, Google, Facebook, Tesla, and more. VTI is a great long-term hold if you're someone who wants to be exposed to every single stock in the stock market. Next up, we have ticker symbol VOO, or Vanguard's S&P 500 ETF. VOO is pretty much an ETF that tracks the S&P 500, which is a basket of the 500 most powerful companies in the US. VOO's expense ratio is also 0.03%, which means you would pay $3 for every $10,000 invested. Performance has also been great for VOO at 20% in 1 year, 10% in 3 years, 14% in 5 years, and almost 13% in 10 years. Now, what sectors is VOO exposed to? We have 8% in communication services, 10% in consumer discretionary, 12% in financials, 12% in healthcare, and 28% in information technology. VOO also holds many companies that you've probably heard of, such as Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Nvidia, Google, Meta, and more. Now comparing VOO versus VTI, they're very, very similar, as S&P 500 accounts for around 84% of VTI, which means that if you buy VTI, you essentially also have VOO, so there really isn't a reason to have both. Both VTI and VOO are great options for foundational ETFs to hold inside your portfolio. The next category is growth ETFs. Growth ETFs are ETFs that have earnings that are above average compared to the rest of the stock market. Now, growth ETFs have larger than average expected growth, which also comes with more risk compared to a total stock market ETF such as VTI. So if you're someone who's open to going a little bit more risky, growth ETFs could be a great option for you. First up, we have ticker symbol VUG, or Vanguard's growth ETF. The expense ratio for this ETF is just 0.04%, which means you would pay just $4 for every $10,000 invested. The long-term performance for VUG is also great at 35% in 1 year, 8% in 3 years, 18% in 5 years, and almost 15% in 10 years. So we have 20% in consumer discretionary, 8% in industrials, and 54% in technology. If we look at the holdings down here, VUG basically holds many stocks that are large cap growth stocks such as Apple, Nvidia, Tesla, Amazon, and more. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that VUG has a larger than average expected growth, which also comes with more risk compared to an ETF such as VOO. So if you're willing to go a little bit more risky, VUG is a great choice. Another great growth ETF is ticker symbol VGT, or Vanguard's Information Technology ETF. Technology is always advancing, so VGT is a great ETF to buy if you're someone who's interested in technology and the future. The expense ratio for VGT is 0.1%, which is a little bit higher than the previous ETFs that I mentioned, but also still very affordable. This means that you would pay just $10 for every $10,000 invested. The returns for VGT are absolutely stunning, at 1 year at 42%, 3 year at 13%, 5 years at almost 24%, and 10 years at 20%. That's pretty good. Let's look at the sectors that VGT is in. You can see that it's very much into semiconductors, system software, technology hardware, storage, and it's just basically mostly technology based. You can scroll down and see the holdings are great companies such as Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia, Broadcom, Adobe, Salesforce, Intel, and more. If we compare VGT to VUG, you can see that they're pretty much very similar in terms of returns in the past year, and it really doesn't matter which one you hold, it just really depends on your investing preference. Now, the third category is dividend yield ETFs. High yield dividend ETFs focus mainly on holding stocks that provide a high dividend yield, aka stocks that pay out a high dividend. Dividends are basically profits that companies pay out to their shareholders. One thing to keep in mind when looking at dividend yields is if a company is paying out, let's say, more than 6 or 7% in dividends, this could be a little bit too high. Think about it like this: if a company pays out 6 to 7% of their profits to their shareholders, is this really sustainable in the long term? Not really. Always keep this in mind when looking at dividend companies, and always remember to do your research first. The first ETF is ticker symbol VIG, or the Vanguard Dividend Appreciation ETF. This ETF basically seeks to track the performance of the S&P US Dividend Growers Index, which measures the investment returns of stocks of companies that have a record of increasing dividends over time. You can see the expense ratio of VIG is just 0.06%, which means you would pay $6 for every $10,000 invested. You can see that VIG has performed pretty well at 1 year at almost 13%, 3 years at 10%, 5 years at 13%, and 10 years at almost 12%. You can also see that VIG is exposed to many different sectors with high percentages in financials, healthcare, industrials, and information technology. Scroll down to the holdings. The companies inside VIG are very stable companies that have increased dividends over time, and these companies include Microsoft, Apple, JP Morgan, United Healthcare, Broadcom, Johnson & Johnson, and more. VIG also has a great record of dividend payout with a yield of 1.83% or $3.21 per share in the past year. Next up, we have ticker symbol VYM, or the Vanguard High Dividend Yield ETF. This ETF seeks to track returns of stocks that have high dividend yields. You can see the expense ratio here is just 0.06%, which is super low, which means you pay just $6 for every $10,000 invested. VYM's performance is really great at 5% in 5 years, 10% in 3 years, 10% in 5 years, and 10% in 10 years. VYM is also exposed to many different sectors, include consumer staples, financials, healthcare, industrials, and more. VYM currently holds companies that are very stable, including JP Morgan, Broadcom, ExxonMobil, Home Depot, AbbVie, and more. VYM also has a great record of dividend payout with a yield of 3.08% or $3.48 per share in the past year. There you have it. Those are the 3 ETFs you can choose from each category that will make you extremely rich in the long term. My name is Paul and I talk all things money, finance, and investing. So if you liked this video and learned anything, please smash that like button and subscribe for more future videos just like this. Your life is a masterpiece, so let's unlock your full financial potential together. And with that, I will catch you in the next video. Take care.